the frame is beefy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like very well put together.
Yeah. Can we get another?
Looking fantastic.
The details, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this is a detail-oriented bike. I love it. What's up, everybody? Today on Cars and Cameras, we're building the Mega Moto 212 Complete Kit from Go Power Sports for the very first time. So the Mega Moto 212 is an awesome, solid trail bike that we've seen, but Go Power Sports has made it even sweeter by making it a complete kit to get you an engine, a performance kit, and a bike, and everything you need to be going from these two boxes to hitting the trails. I can tell it's got a back rack on it.
Oh man, we've never
Ooh,
had one
look
of
at the
these.
size of that frame. Dude,
Right, so let's
this is HD.
try to be careful with this if we don't want to drop anything.
Yeah.
Dude, look at that seat.
So we've ridden around on the Mega Moto 212 before at Pate Swap Meet, and they are awesome, comfortable bikes, but we've never had one for ourselves, so we're going to be putting it together with all the other parts in the kit that we're going to talk about here in a second. So the Mega Moto 212 Complete Kit comes with, obviously, the Mega Moto 212. It comes with a Tillotson 212 electric start engine, which is sweet, a Stage 1 kit, and a 1-inch mini muffler. It's got these off-road tires, it's got a beefy frame, comes with a torque converter. This should be the perfect bike for my parents when they come to Mini Mayhem. It's got electric start, it's easy going, easy to use, peppy but not overly powerful. Should be a great middle-of-the-road, beginner but capable bike. So pretty much everything you see here is what comes with the Mega Moto 212 Complete Kit, and I gotta say, it is impressive, and the value is there too. First off, we got the Tillotson 212, one of our favorite engines. This one is electric start, so it'll be nice and easy to use for beginners. It comes with a Stage 1 kit with a mini muffler, so you'll be making 9 or 10 horsepower right out of the box. And of course, the Mega Moto 212 itself is an impressive bike. It's got off-road 19-inch tires on it, comes with a torque converter, comes with a rear rack, comes with front and rear hydraulic disc brakes. And all this is available for $1,100 right now at GoPowersports.com. But for the next 30 days only, the Cars and Cameras Go Power Sports discount code is coming back. So for the next 30 days only, use our code CCMEGA10 at GoPowersports.com for 10% off the Mega Moto 212 Complete Kit, free shipping on your Mega Moto 212 Complete Kit, and a free Go Power Sports trucker hat. So on paper, the value is there. It looks good. We're going to get this thing together and take it out for a spin.
And absolutely, this kit features many things that I wish my personal camo Coleman had. So, like John mentioned, front and rear disc brakes, a rear rack for trail riding, a drivetrain system that can actually hold up to somebody of my weight, and I'm not that heavy. So, I mean, this thing is like a super sport of the mini bike world. I wish I had this setup, and you can bring one home yourself.
So, yep, there's some assembly required. We're going to get started, but if you want to check out the parts we're using or the complete kit, you can find it at a link in the video description along with our discount code.
All right, let's stay focused.
All right,
there's a lot to put together here, but don't worry. There's an instruction manual and a detailed step-by-step video on GoPowersports.com.
Oh, thank goodness. I was going out of my mind.
Go Power Sports also sent us a few optional add-ons for our Mega Moto 212 Complete here. We have a header sock, we have a header support bracket, we have charging coils so we can use the headlight, and we have Tillotson brake-in oil that we've never used before. That'll be pretty cool. And then the Tillotson 4-stroke engine oil. So we're going to be using all those a little bit later.
The Triple Tree comes fully disassembled, and it has these nice tapered roller bearings. It comes dry, but I would highly recommend getting some bearing grease, whatever you can get a hold of, and just pack it the best you can. This one didn't seem like it wanted to move, so just give it a good coating, roll it around, make sure it gets in there, because you definitely don't want these seizing up. And see how it squishes out right there? There you go. You got to make sure you pay attention, lay this out the way that you take this apart, because this does go on a certain way. So it's the big tapered washer, then the large locking collar, And then the top part of the triple tree gets locked down with the last acorn nut, I guess. Well, flat acorn. That's some good quality steel. Nice and thick.
These bolts are in here pretty tight. Let me show you how I'm gonna get the cap undone, especially if you're by yourself.
Yeah, and basically the reason why we want to be so crucial is because you can't just squeeze this in the vise and hold it still, because that's where the seal rides on. So you have to do all the work up at the top.
So there's a couple of flat spots here on this tube. Get you a correct size wrench. What I've got here is a metric wrench right here. Not standard, metric. And then we have a 17 millimeter right here, and I'm gonna put pressure on it, and
that sounded torque to spec.
Yeah, they're pretty tight. Line up this, put the bolt in. Super easy.
Tighten her down. So we have two axles here. I'm going to assume that this one is for the rear because these are our chain tensioners. So
I think you're correct, sir.
here
Thank
you
you.
go. Yeah, it's even got these little marks on the frame for helping to adjust your chain tension on either side.
What?
Exactly.
I gotta get a ruler out for mine.
Yeah, like this thing is sweet.
Golly.
Yeah, I gotta say the Mega Moto 212, like it's just, I'd say it's maybe the nicest constructed mini bike, tied with the MB200.
Well, yeah,
Like there are no sharp edges on it. The frame is beef.
Beefy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just like very well put together.
I agree with you, man.
I do like how the secondary is on this side of the jack shaft, and the chain has been moved to this side. I don't know if they're all like that, but I know on my Coleman, the chain acts as a conveyor belt for dirt, and it packs my torque converter cover with mud. This will not happen. So there's already a bonus right there built in.
While Charles is working on that, I'm working on the front brake. It's pretty cool. You have the right brake handle goes to the front brake, and it's got a cross across the front of the bike in the upper part of the triple tree, and then come out. There's a little puck in here you got to take out. You set it on the rotor, line up the holes.
No shims required, huh? You just throw the bolts in there?
Throw the bolts in there.
I like it.
Bada boom, bada bing. Look at that.
And these hydraulic brakes, they have like the best brake feel out of anything I've ever driven.
They are fantastic.
Car, motorcycle, go-kart, anything. They feel amazing.
You know, when we were in the mountains, like a couple of videos ago, when I was going down the mountain on that MTD with no front brakes, I would have killed for this setup right here on that bike.
Nice.
You know, this thing's going together really quick.
Yeah, it is pretty quick.
Wait a minute. I better knock on wood. Where's the board?
It's going together really quick, and that kind of mirrors how it's going to be on the track.
Oh, this thing's going to be pretty quick. So, for the kickstand, guys, there's going to be a couple of tools you're going to need. One of them is safety glasses, because we're going to have to install the spring onto here using a rope. So you're really going to want, yeah.
Okay. You had me, then you lost me.
You're going to love
Okay.
how I do this. All right, let me get my safety glasses and find some sort of a rope.
Give me hold the bike.
Nah. There we go.
There
Make
it is. So I think I mentioned that I really like the details on this bike, and one of the examples are these nice brackets that hold the brake line in place. So there are these nice little grommets and metal tabs on the frame, and you just lock the brake line in place, and it's nice and out of the way. It's pretty darn clever. It's very smart,
Yeah,
thoughtful.
yeah. Can we get another?
that's okay.
Boom. That'll look really cool.
Oh, dude, I love the
Dude, it's
guard
coming
on
together.
it.
Yeah.
That's cool, the brush guard. So it looks like the frame's coming together pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and install this wonderful power plant, the Tillotson 212, but we got some goodies, performance modifications that we need to install first.
So the Stage 1 performance kit comes with the complete Mega Moto kit, and it's super easy to install. It's just removal of the air box, removal of the factory muffler, popping on the air filter adapter, and installing this nice pod, and a header and a carburetor jet, and that gains a couple of horsepower right
Oh,
there.
absolutely. All right, so next on the list to install is something that doesn't come with the kit, but a highly recommended item is a dual charging coil for behind the flywheel, so you can run the factory headlight on the mini bike. There we go. All right. And so the coils are going to be behind the flywheel that we're going to be installing. So we've got to get the big impact and our secret method of removing the flywheel.
Usually not too bad on a new engine.
Not too bad.
So we got the fan off, and we're just kind of running the nut back on the end of the crankshaft there. We're getting a big old pry bar. Now, a puller is recommended, but if you don't have one, you can use a pry bar in a pinch, and on the thickest part of the case, you just kind of gently pry, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not
Yeah.
recommended, but
You
we've
give it-
done it about 3 dozen times.
Yes.
All right, ready?
Yeah. That's it.
One and done, baby.
I mean, you have a buddy hold your engine because you don't want it falling off the...
That's why I got the vice grips.
I didn't even notice that. You're a smart man.
It can be done like that. And look at that.
So we have a single coil, and from what I've seen and heard, you can run this single coil setup if you switch the headlight to an LED.
Okay.
But because we're using the factory headlight, we're going to use the dual coil setup. And also, if we wanted to install a battery in a battery box and make it electric start, the dual coil method is going to be a lot better.
And look, I'm just spitballing here. I think from memory, I think each one of these puts out like 2.4 amps. So we're doubling it. Like it's, one of these is a trickle charge, and then 2 of them is a little bit more. So double the juice.
And there are already points to mount in the block, so you don't need to worry about tapping or anything. You just got to get some hardware, throw it in there.
What we recommend is these bolts behind the flywheel. It's just a dab of Loctite, just a little bit on the threads, just to make sure these don't back out, or you don't drop it.
While Charles is working on the engine, I'm going to be working on the wiring over here, which is pretty much plug and play. Everything's just matching up, plugging together real nice. And I'm going to be running all this wiring right through here.
And what is that, a voltage regulator?
This is like, yeah, voltage regulator, rectifier, whatever you want to call it. And I think I'm going to be bolting it up like right here.
Oh, perfect.
But I don't want to do anything yet because I want to have the engine bolted first. So I'm going to leave it hanging right here. And check it out. This thing has a little notch right here to let your throttle cable go through and your wiring here. And these are going to tuck into the headlight. In fact, I need to take that loose because it's going around, but you get the idea.
All right, so I got the coils installed, and I've already torqued the flywheel down to 55 foot-pounds, so we're ready to set the coil gap. A good way to do it is to fold a business card in half, hot dog style, press it up against the non-magnetized side of the flywheel, push it down, and tighten them up. And just be careful not to snap them.
Yep, and
Don't
a
go
stock
too tight.
flywheel is going to be different coil gap than a billet flywheel.
Absolutely.
So definitely, just it's case by case basis.
So we're going to be adding some break-in oil on this engine. We got the Tillotson break-in oil here. It's really good for breaking in engines. Why is that, John?
Oh, well, it's made specifically for Tillotsons. It's a new offering from Go Power Sports. We've used break-in oil before, but this stuff is specifically made for Tillotson. It's got additives to help your camshaft, your bearings, your seals, your piston rings break in for better performance and
Longevity.
Yeah, better longevity as well. So we're going to throw this in here, and then once it's good and broken in, we're going to be swapping some 4-stroke engine oil. But pick some of this up for yourself. Anytime you buy a Tillotson from Go Power Sports, it's really just like a cheap insurance policy to make sure your engine is going to last as long as possible. And you should be able to get 2 engines out of 1 bottle.
And you know what the best part about it is you don't have to have a Tillotson to use it.
Exactly.
It can break in any brand new engine.
Yep. Oh, can you grab that key?
Oh.
Thank you. Okay.
Looking fantastic.
Oh, look at that. Like a
It
glove.
needs to go your way a little bit.
Here's a tech tip for all you parents out there that want to keep your kids' mini bikes slower. Make sure this screw doesn't get removed. And if you're a kid wanting to make your mini bike faster, this doesn't make it faster.
This doesn't apply to you.
This doesn't apply to you. Next page. No, but the further you run this in,
The more it limits.
Yep, it limits the throttle. Same thing as the go-karts at like your Lost Treasure Golf or whatever. But what I usually do is I just take this out and you put this in your bolt bin and you get a free spring. And look, since we're gonna keep this bike stock, like so where basically anybody on the property can ride it, we're gonna keep this in here just in case we want to limit the throttle. We're gonna install this secondary pulley on our jack shaft. Just need to find our key. And the washers that came with it, came with 3 washers, is so you can put them behind here and help align this backing plate with this backing plate. So you have 2 alignment shims. We're just gonna go none right now just to see where it kind of puts us at. Just to see if these 2 are lined up, and look at that.
Yep,
This
you gotta
one's a little
space
bit
that
too
out a
far
little
in.
bit. And so not having those 2 backing plates lined up will result in premature belt wear and decreased performance.
Premature failure.
Oh, look at that, 2 shims. It might be 3,
A 3 shimmer.
because they gave us 3. I think 2 works. What do you think?
It looks spot
2
on.
looks
to
pretty
me.
darn
Alright,
good
cool.
to me.
All right, so now that those are installed, let's get our primary backing plate.
And this is one with a nice copper collar.
I
Yep.
love those.
Helps you idle.
Yeah, basically when you're idling,
Keeps it from creeping.
yep, it keeps the vehicle from creeping. The belt also goes on one way, depending on the torque converter setup. So
Yep.
in this case, we have a tapered side and a flat side. The flat side needs to go up against right there, the engine.
The both flat side of the primary and the secondary. And then install the second half of the primary. We're using a 5/16 by 24 crankshaft bolt, and it's 2 inches long with a couple washers and a split washer. Just get an impact and send it home. But don't go too tight. You want to be able to get it back out. I like this cover.
Yeah,
It's
that's
good and slotted to let
that's
all
a
the heat out.
cool cover right there. Yep.
Because I've modified mine, like I drilled the holes out bigger and stuff to let more air in. So this is actually really convenient. I thought, like most torque converters, you can't use the 4th bolt hole on the bottom, but this one's actually got a spot
Oh yeah.
on the frame for it.
Look at that. Ah.
It's not the easiest to get to with a tool, but
Dude, I'm glad. I'm
It's
just glad
there.
that it's there.
yeah, I'm glad it's there because
That's
mine
pretty darn
always
cool.
moves around. Yeah, I'll just get my
Yeah.
ratchet and
That
then
is super.
adjustable.
That is super nice to have that 4th torque converter cover mount, so it won't be floppy.
So the wiring harness that they provide to you for this installment is pretty easy. It's plug and play on most of it until we get down to the charging coils that we installed. The charging coils behind the Flywheel have this connector, but the harness that's provided has these torpedo style connectors. So what you have to do is you have to go to your local, I'm gonna say Radio Shack. Yes, we still have Radio Shacks in North Carolina. And you can buy you a couple of the torpedo connectors. You cut this square connector off. You strip the ends.
I'm still distracted by the fact that Ike was showing how much of a southern accent we all had. He said bayou, like Louisiana bayou, not buy yourself some connectors. He said bayou.
Bayou.
Like Kawasaki bayou. It's okay, I love you, dude.
So we're getting close to taking this thing out for a ride. I need to put the exhaust on. So they have provided a nice little heat sock.
And that is an optional extra. But it takes the sizzle out of getting burned.
It really does.
Recommended.
But you'll still get really burned if you touch it.
Yeah. But it takes, like you said, it takes the sizzle out. So we're installing the engine header bracket. It bolts on the very underneath of the head. And when you install it, you bend the bracket up to the exhaust and you clamp it up, and it keeps the vibration down, helps the header last longer.
Like that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
if you're racing or doing a lot of aggressive trail riding,
You're gonna want
need
that.
a header bracket.
Seats going on. Pretty simple. It's got a couple of hooks that go underneath. And then you have two 8mm bolts that go in through here. Now, works best if you have a long extension.
Done. Cool. And I love that detail. This bike is awesome on details. The fact that it's got the little mark in the tensioner and then the marks along the frame to help you make sure your axle is in square. So we're ready to put this thing down, clean up our tools, go ahead and break the engine in.
Yay.
Alright, so we're going to be installing a Mega Moto 212 sticker. And we got something metal in this here. What's up with that? Oh, I know what this goes to. This goes on the end of the throttle cable. It keeps it from fraying. So you put this cap on the end, and then you get some pliers or whatever, and you crimp it.
That's pretty darn cool.
The details, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this is a detail-oriented bike. I love it.
There it is.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Wow.
Well, let's sticker bomb it and fire it up, boys.
Sounds good.
Looks good.
Probably at nighttime.
That looks awesome.
It is a cool looking bike.
This might be my new favorite mini bike, boys. I know it doesn't have rear suspension, but
Yeah.
it might just do it, man. I love the details. It all is going to depend on how it rides.
I think it's gonna ride great.
Yeah, man, this break-in oil is good for 1,000 miles. We gotta
fill it up a few times.
Yeah. Now, the break-in oil does say it's good for up to 1,000 miles. We're going to say, I don't know, you can go anywhere between one heat cycle and a season if you want. What do you think,
I
Ike?
say a season,
Yeah.
because you got to let that thing work the rings and all that stuff. I say more than a cycle. But you don't want to go more than a season, because oil does have a shelf life.
Yeah, it'll break down.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing that this break-in oil will have material in it, so that's why they want you to get it out.
Oh, yeah.
So, because all engines do that when they're freshly breaking in. They end up kind of seating themselves in there and wearing all the parts the way that they want to.
as you could hear, the thing wasn't running quite right, and well, we forgot to install the jet kit that was included with the build. Whoops, but we're gonna install it right now.
Yeah, we've always said that, well, if you add an aftermarket, you know, freer flowing intake and exhaust, you need the carburetor jet. We've never actually tested it for ourselves, so yeah, we noticed it wasn't running quite right. And then Charles was like, oh, hey, we didn't put the carburetor jet in. Yeah, looking through this camera, the one on the right looks sizably larger.
It's definitely a lot bigger.
So, cool. More fuel flow, more airflow.
Yep.
More horsepower. And you just reinstall it as it came out, emulsion tube first,
yep,
oriented correctly, and then the jet and the bowl. All right, so Ike's gonna give it a go. He's gonna warm it up, get to know the bike a little bit, and then we're gonna send him around the Grand Prix. Thing sounded mean, buddy.
It feels a lot like a Trailmaster, except it is firm on the rear. I love the front and rear brake. This thing's a ripper. Yeah, the front brakes are a game changer.
Not bad?
Not bad for what is it? I mean, it's a bike with a stage 1 kit, so that's respectable.
It's really
time.
pretty darn mild.
Yeah. But we like that.
Are you going again?
I think I have room for improvement.
Okay. It's got a hard launch off the line, but not too much power to where it just dumps you right off the bike.
Oh, it's pretty good though.
But it's good. I mean, if you're not leaning forward, it'll kind of surprise you. So for the bang for your buck, literally, that's a good deal. I mean, because what I paid and how I set up my original bike, that thing would do circles around mine. So it's the way to go. Did you rack them?
Oh, you heard me?
You racked them and stacked them.
Dude, it was it's that back hill that I was coming down. I think I found a mole hole or something. Cause
oh, so you really went in? Okay.
Yeah, the back tire, I promise, man, this thing feels like a full suspension bike until it's not. I kind of feel like that time was like within a quarter of a second of the first.
So I'll tell you, even with the mishap, you were faster than your first one.
Okay, I messed up on 2 turns.
Cool.
Do you need to do it again?
But then I improved on a couple others. So, nah, I'm good. Are you ready, sir? Yeah. On your mark. Get set. Go.
Oh. You're getting a little squirrely.
I'm worrying here. I'm sweating, dude. It's a little squirrely around the corners. Could be because of rigid frame bouncing. It could be the tires. But the thing is a ripper.
It's not a race bike. It's a fast trail bike.
I don't know. Whoa. Woo. Careful. Can I go again?
What do you want to do?
I'll try it again.
He wasn't cutting it any slack.
He was faster.
Yeah, he was.
He was faster.
Yeah.
How did you feel about that second run?
I'm okay. Maybe it was close to a minute, just a little bit over.
You were faster.
Okay, good.
On that second run, so
All right,
good
good
choice on that. Look, man, you're so hot. You're smoking, dude.
All right, not bad. Anybody else want to go?
I'll give it a shot.
This is a fun bike.
John, we'll give it a shot.
So what do you think of the bike, John?
Oh man, I just set the fastest lap time I think this track's ever seen, but we just didn't get it on camera. So
Okay.
the bike is awesome.
The bike is it really is awesome.
Yeah,
So are you ready for the hot lap
I'm so ready.
timed?
If
Yeah.
I can
What
figure
do
out how to get the camera on there.
What are you thinking you're gonna run?
I don't know.
Just a wild stab, dude.
57 seconds.
57 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, good luck, my friend. I'm gonna go get into position.
On your mark. Get set. Go.
Woo! This thing is, it's not a racer, but it's close. Woo! There we go. All right. This is the best middle-of-the-road bike I've ever ridden. Easily. With some safety features. I mean, we got front brakes on it, killer front suspension, great off-road tires, and it doesn't break the bank or your back. Woo! It's been a while since I've taken a mini bike around. This one gives me a lot of confidence. A lot of brakes. I love front brakes.
Oh, he was coming in hot on that one.
So you're done?
This is a fun bike.
One and done.
I'm one and done. I don't like fast on two wheels too much.
Well, it is a fast bike.
Yeah, dude, this is the perfect middle of the road mini bike. It's not dirt cheap, it's not high end. It has front suspension, it doesn't break your back, it doesn't break the wallet.
It clicks all the boxes.
Yep.
The only one it doesn't click is full suspension.
And honestly, it can keep it. I'd rather have front brake than rear suspension. I know it's a bold claim, but dude, the front brake is like, just puts my mind at ease the whole time.
Oh,
You know that feeling
I'm
when you're
with you.
coming into a corner a little too hot, and
Yeah.
you're just like, and I'm good to go.
You're
So-
exactly right.
Yeah, I feel like the Mega Moto 212 complete kit doesn't break your back or the bank.
That's
the
a
tagline.
good way to
Yeah,
Yep.
and
And it's
I
a killer
I really
bike.
believe that it's better than one of those, you know.
Oh, like a
Coleman.
Coleman
Literally
from
a
Tractor
stock
Supply?
Coleman. Yeah, because this is the way it comes. So this is technically stock.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that compared to the Walmart or the Tractor Supply mini bikes, this thing will do circles.
Oh, in terms of performance,
It's way
comfort,
better.
Yeah, all of
It's
it.
way better.
Design, this
Yep.
is way
and
better.
for just a little bit more, you get so much more bike.
Yep.
And performance and all that. So I think this is the way to go.
Yeah.
If you're considering on getting a new bike from the store or something like that, this is the bike for you.
So we still need to reveal our lap times, but don't forget, for the next 30 days, use our special discount code CCMEGA10 to get 10% off the Mega Moto Complete Kit. You'll get free shipping and a free Go Power Sports trucker hat with your purchase. Like, seriously, this is killer value. Go Power Sports also offers financing as well. So that is an option as well. So let's go inside, reveal our times. This is a pleasure, awesome bike. We're gonna be going to Mini Mayhem, and I'm gonna put my parents on it because it's like gonna be the perfect kind of beginner bike. We're just gonna throw a battery on it so we can use that electric start. It's gonna be the perfect beginner bike that honestly is very capable at the same time.
And we're so excited that we finally have something really reliable.
Something normal and reliable that'll just work. So it's awesome. Let's go reveal our times.
So the results are right here.
I'm excited.
I am excited too. I'm going to start with John's first because it's in my right hand.
Okay.
So,
And
John?
I've got your time.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So, John's time on the Mega Moto 212 is a 1:06:12.
Dude, I'll take that. That puts me right behind the Bronco, and that's a fast vehicle right there.
Yeah, that's not bad.
106.
1:06:12.
Oh, it's right near the bottom,
Right
buddy.
there. Okay. I got Isaac's time.
That's
on the,
me.
On the Mega Moto 212.
Yeah,
You did it in a 2. Oh, no, I'm just
I
kidding.
believe it.
No. A 1,
Okay,
0,
okay.
5.93.
What?
Wow,
Really?
so 2/10. You're telling me I was only 2/10 behind you? I should have gone again.
What?
105.93.
Oh, I'm still under the Bronco.
Yeah, I know. I tried giving it to you.
Well, Charles is going to do it.
Yeah.
I can tell.
Okay. Good job. Okay. Well, Charles,
Yes.
are you ready for yours?
Yeah.
All right. Charles on the Mega Moto 212. Your time, sir, was a 1:06:28.
Ah, all right. Not bad. Hey,
We were all within about 3/10.
I think we were pushing the bike as hard as it could go.
I feel like
With
it's
Meg-
just, it's an approachable bike that anyone can get on and go pretty quickly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm
A
usually
more
pretty
experienced rider on this thing, they'd
good. Yeah.
probably be up.
I'm usually pretty good on two wheels, and it felt pretty comfortable, but I was not pushing it because it's still a unfamiliar bike. So realistically, I'm pretty sure pretty quickly I can get up
102s.
about between 104 and 102 on this bike with no modifications. It's just familiarizing yourself on the bike, and this thing's actually pretty decent. I like it.
We have to thank GoPowerSports.com for sponsoring today's episode. They sent us the Mega Moto 212 Complete Kit, and we're all very impressed by its performance. Christmas time is right around the corner, so if you have a niece, a nephew, son, daughter, this would be a perfect kit for both you and for them to grow into and get used to. This really is the perfect mid-range bike. It's a little pricier than a Coleman you'd get from Tractor Supply, but it has way more features, and it's cheaper than your kind of top-of-the-line Trailmaster MB200. We're going to keep using it around here. Again, my mom, my dad are going to be using it at Mini Mayhem. I'm sure my girlfriend, your wife are going to be using it, so it's going to be the perfect kind of family bike. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Cars-Cameras.com. Pick up some merchandise and help support the channel. And again, CCMEGA10 at GoPowerSports.com will get you 10% off the Mega Moto Complete Kit, free shipping, and a free Go Power Sports trucker hat. And that's only for the first 30 days that this video is released. So thank you all again for watching. We'll catch you next time. So, before me and Ike ride it, we had to compare it to Charles the Dirt Hog.
Yeah.
Just side by side.
See, drum brakes. They'll get you every time. It's pretty much the exact same power plant. I mean, electric start Tillotson 212. I've had some slight behind the scenes modifications you guys, you haven't seen. I've been working like busy like a bee in that little shop over there working on this engine. But yeah, I mean, it is shorter.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dirt Hog is a little shorter.
And this one's
taller.
longer. The Mega Moto is longer.
Yep.
Longer wheelbase.
Longer wheelbase, lower seating position.
Yeah, I like it.
I'd say yours is more of a get you out of the woods, like total trail rig, whereas the Mega Moto 212 is more of a cruiser trail
Yeah,
mix.
my center of gravity is a lot higher.
It is.
My ground clearance and everything up underneath.
Yeah,
Yep.
You definitely have more ground clearance.
But also, what size tires? 19s.
Yep.
And I think I have 19s as